Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOURFRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the NFL, you know that the league is always full of surprises, but rarely do we see a move as shocking as what just happened involving the Washington Commanders and the Los Angeles Chargers. That's right, a blockbuster trade just took place and it's sending shockwaves through the league. The big news. The Commanders have traded their talented wide receiver Quentin Johnston to the Chargers. And let me tell you, this isn't just a simple roster shuffle. This trade could very well be a turning point for both teams and, more importantly, for the NFC East's dynamics as we head into the upcoming season. To understand the significance of this move, we need to take a closer look at Quentin Johnston himself. This guy is a physical freak, blazing speed, incredible size, and the ability to make contested catches that leave defenders in the dust. Johnston was seen by many as a future star, a player with the potential to be a top-tier receiver in the league. His college highlights at TCU were nothing short of spectacular, and his transition into the NFL had fans and analysts alike excited about his prospects. In Washington, he quickly became a key part of their offensive plans, especially with his ability to stretch the field and make those big plays that can change the course of a game in an instant. But it wasn't just about his talent. Johnston's presence on the field provided the Commanders' quarterback, whether it was Sam Howell or whoever they decide to start, the deep threat needed to open up the entire offense. His combination of speed and size made him a matchup nightmare for defenses, and he was developing chemistry with his teammates. So naturally, this trade left a lot of fans scratching their heads. Why would Washington, a team with promising offensive talent, part ways with such a promising player? Well, the league's always about strategic moves, and sometimes teams have to make tough decisions to better position themselves for the future. On the flip side, the Los Angeles Chargers are no strangers to aggressive roster moves. Coming off a season where expectations were sky-high, especially with Justin Herbert leading their offense, they're clearly trying to maximize their chances of contending for a Super Bowl. Adding Quentin Johnston to their ranks is a statement that they're serious about bolstering their receiving core. Remember, the Chargers have had talented yet inconsistent receivers in recent years, and their passing game has sometimes struggled to reach its full potential. Johnston's skill set fits perfectly with what they need, someone who can really take the top off defenses and make those explosive plays that can swing momentum in their favor. Now, it's important to note that the financial details and the specific players involved in the trade haven't been officially disclosed yet. That's typical in such big deals, as both sides usually want to keep some of the negotiations under wraps until everything is finalized. But what we do know is that this move appears to be mutually beneficial. Washington gets to focus on developing their other offensive weapons, perhaps Jahan Dotson or Curtis Samuel, and they might look to draft or sign another receiver to fill the void. Meanwhile, the Chargers are betting on Johnston's upside to complement their existing offensive firepower, which already includes talented players like Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. The goal? To create a dynamic, unstoppable passing attack that can challenge any defense in the league. For Washington fans, this is a bittersweet moment. Losing a player of Johnston's caliber stings, no doubt about it, but it also opens up opportunities. The team's coaching staff will now have to get creative, developing internal options or perhaps making some moves in free agency or the draft to find that next emerging star. It's a challenge, yes, but also a chance for new players to step up and showcase their talent. The NFL is a league of adaptability, and the Commanders have a proud history of overcoming adversity. Think about the seasons where they were counted out but still managed to make playoff runs. This isn't the end, it's just the beginning of a new chapter. Meanwhile, the Chargers are riding high. The addition of Johnston gives them a fresh, new element to their offense. Imagine the possibilities, Justin Herbert connecting with a receiver who can go up and grab those contested catches or burn defenses deep with his speed. The chemistry between quarterback and receiver is often what separates good teams from great ones, and Johnston's arrival could be just what the Chargers need to elevate their game to the next level. They've been knocking on the door, and with this move, they're signaling their intent to finally break through and challenge the AFC's elite. Looking ahead, the impact of this trade on the upcoming season is substantial. The NFC East, long considered one of the most competitive divisions in football, might see a shift in power dynamics. The Commanders, with their revamped roster, are aiming for a playoff push, and now they have to find a way to compensate for Johnston's absence. Whether that involves developing young players like Jahan Dotson or leveraging the draft to bring in fresh talent, the team's coaching staff has their work cut out for them. It's a challenge, but one that can also be a catalyst for growth. For the Chargers, the focus shifts to how quickly Johnston can adapt to their system. He's stepping into a team that's already talented but is eager to add that extra spark that could make all the difference in close games. His speed and playmaking ability could be the missing piece that propels the Chargers into serious Super Bowl contention. And with Herbert at the helm, the sky's the limit. The chemistry between the two will be something to watch closely as training camp approaches and the season gets underway. As always, the NFL's offseason is a time full of drama, speculation, and excitement. Every move, every trade, every signing can have ripple effects across the league. The Commanders and Chargers trade involving Quentin Johnston is just one example of how dynamic and unpredictable this sport can be. Fans will be dissecting every detail, analyzing what it means for their favorite teams, and dreaming of what might come next. It's what makes football so special, this constant evolution, this relentless pursuit of greatness. Now, as we wait for more detailed reports on the trade, including the financials and any additional draft picks involved, one thing is clear: both teams believe they're making moves to win now. Washington is betting on their internal development and future draft picks, while the Chargers are pushing all in to maximize their offensive potential. This kind of strategic thinking is what keeps the NFL exciting year after year. And let's not forget, the season is just around the corner. Training camps are opening soon, and players are already working hard to impress coaches and earn their spots. Fans are eager to see how these new pieces will fit into the puzzle. Will Johnston become the next big star in Los Angeles? Can Washington find the right players to replace his production and keep their offensive momentum? These questions will be answered in the coming months, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it all unfolds. In the end, this trade is more than just a transaction. It's a statement, a clear signal from both teams that they're aiming higher, that they're willing to shake things up in pursuit of their ultimate goal, a Super Bowl championship. For the fans of the Commanders, it's a moment of mixed emotions, the pride in their team's talent and potential, but also the disappointment of losing a promising young star. For the Chargers fans, it's a cause for celebration, a sign that their team is serious about competing at the highest level. So as we continue to follow every update, every rumor, and every development, remember that the NFL offseason is where dreams are born and legends are made. The Commanders may have lost a promising receiver, but their journey isn't over. The Chargers have gained a dynamic playmaker, and their quest for greatness has just taken a big step forward. The season promises excitement, drama, and surprises, and we'll be here to bring it all to you every step of the way. Stay tuned, because this story is far from finished and the best is yet to come. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Do you think this trade will be a turning point for the Commanders or a missed opportunity? How do you see Johnston fitting into the Chargers' offense? Are you excited for the upcoming season? Your insights and predictions are what make this community so special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and news about the Washington Commanders. Make sure to subscribe, share this video with your friends, and stay connected. The NFL never sleeps, and neither do we. Thanks for watching, and let's keep the passion alive, because when it comes to the Commanders, the journey is just beginning.